If you're getting a roof replacement soon, there are a few things that you can do to help the process go smoothly and keep your property safe and clean. By the end of this video, you'll know a few tips to prepare your house, your yard, and your family for a roof replacement project. Inside the house, there are several steps that you can take before the roofers arrive and get started on their work. We recommend that you remove pictures, paintings, and other decorations hanging on your walls. Roofing involves a lot of hammering, scraping, and nailing, which causes a ton of vibrations throughout the house. That can make anything hanging shake and potentially fall down if it's not on tight enough. So if you've got decorations on your walls that you don't want to come crashing to the ground, it's best to take them down ahead of time. Similarly, if you've got breakable things in your cabinets, it might be smart to make sure they aren't able to bump into each other and break as well. Things like fine china, vases, and glassware are all at risk for this sort of thing, so take stock of what you have and try to either protect it by wrapping it, putting it in a safer place, or both. Up in your attic, you may want to cover up your belongings that aren't already sealed up in boxes. The nailing on the roof will kick up a ton of dust, which could be a pain to clean off everything that you've got up there. A tarp will make that process a lot easier. You'll also want to do this for things that you have in your garage if there's a roof that will be replaced directly over it. Speaking of your garage, we highly recommend moving out any vehicles that you have in there, especially if it's a garage like we talked about above. The dust and granules that may fall in the vehicle can be pretty difficult to clean and potentially scratch up the paint. If you'll need your car at any point during the day of your roof replacement, move the car out of your garage and driveway the night before. The materials and dumpster to be used on the job will be delivered to your house early in the morning, and the roofers will get there even earlier to avoid working as much in the heat of the day. These things won't be able to be moved once they're placed. That's why it's especially important to have your vehicle out of the way the night before. You don't want to get trapped in, and you don't want to risk it being damaged by the debris or other roofing material. Similar to moving your car out of the way, you should do the same with any outdoor furniture, equipment, or decorations that you have around the yard. Debris is gonna be falling down from the roof during the tear-off and will cause damage to anything not moved out of the way or protected. So to avoid that, take anything that could be damaged outside of the area that would be affected, including garden ornaments or tools like hoses and sprinklers. You'll also want to point out any areas that are especially sensitive, like gardens. So if you're working with a high-quality roofing company, they'll do their best to take care around those areas, and they may even be able to build a makeshift shelter around the plants to prevent debris from hitting them. There are also a few things that you can do to make your life and the roofers' lives easier on the replacement day. Leading up to your replacement, mowing your grass can be a huge help for everyone involved. Not only will it make it easier for the roofers to walk through the yard and spot obstacles, but it will also help their ability to notice any fallen debris and help their magnets pick up old nails. Lastly, be sure to unlock any gates that they'll need access to, and pointing out any electrical outlets can also be a big help. The crew will likely require those outlets for equipment like pneumatic nailers and elevator ladders. Even though you'll be fully aware of what's happening during your roof replacement, if you have kids or pets, they probably won't have quite the same level of understanding. Like we talked about earlier, roofing projects involve a lot of vibration and noise, which can be pretty unfamiliar and scary for small children and pets. If you're able to, we'd recommend taking them for a day out, or letting them stay at their grandparents' house, the daycare, or the kennel in the case of your animals. If you can't, try to communicate and keep them calm as best you can. Keep your animals in the most quiet, comfortable part of your house, only taking them out on leash during downtime in the roofing process, and in areas away from the house where roof work isn't happening. As for any small children, keep an eye on them in the days following the roof replacement and make sure everyone is wearing shoes when going outside. Your roofing company should do their best to make sure all the nails are cleaned up, but they are small and might be missed, so always keep a lookout and be safe. Now that you've learned how to prepare for a roof replacement, I hope you're starting to feel more confident in taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.